my review of the 3 new hard candy eyeshadow palettes. I got these at Walmart today along with a couple of other palettes. I also got the Blush Nudes by Maybelline, and I got the L'Oreal La Palette 1 Nude and the La Palette 2 Nude, or La Palette Nude 1 and La Palette Nude 2, however you want to say it. This is the review, however, of the hard candy palettes. These two, I'm going to do a review of this one in a different video, and these two in a different video coming up very soon. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those. Let's go ahead and get into these. The first one I'm going to be talking about is the Hard Candy Natural Eyes palette. Now, what I did was I actually filmed a video with every one of these palettes and comparisons, and the raw footage was 40 minutes long. So I've decided to re-film this video and just do it in pieces. So I have swatched these. I have used the eyeshadow primer that's in here. It was not dented when I first got it. But I did want to let you know that I have swatched these, so that's why the eyeshadow primer looks a little busted. All right? But you get 9 shadows in this palette. You get a double-sided sponge tip applicator. You get an eyeliner pencil. You get this little pamphlet that has some, I'll show you this in a second. It's got some looks in it, and it comes with a little mirror. It's also in a tin, so if you're traveling with it, it should not be as easily damaged if you're traveling. And it seems to shake a little bit in there, but it doesn't seem to be not secure. This base here is made out of plastic. So before we get into the eyeshadows, let's go ahead and swatch the eyeliner just so you can see what that looks like. Okay. All right, so let's swatch the eyeliner. Boom. And first impression is that is extremely creamy. It looks like it's got a nice texture to it. It looks very opaque, very, very black. Smudges. Oh my goodness, the smudginess. Holy moly. It might be a little too smudgy. Woo! I'm a little nervous about that, but I am definitely willing to try it, and I will keep you posted on that. Just to show you, this is the little pamphlet that comes with it. It kind of unfolds like this. It says, "Hello, gorgeous," and that's always nice to see when you open something. It's got the shade tones here for you, and then 3 different looks. They all have a day look, an evening look, and then a drama look, which is even smokier than the evening look. So kind of like a light, medium, and dark kind of look for you. Oh, and then on the other side they have real eyes, showing you what they would look like on real eyes, which is kind of cool. So the primer here, I did use this for swatches in the last video that I shot, so you can see that it's kind of dented. I'm not confident there's a lot of product in here. Let's look and see. This is a sample of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is a 0.17 ounce, and then this is also a 0.17 ounce. So it's the same as a sample of Shadow Insurance. It just didn't seem to go very far. I don't know. All right. But anyway, let's show you what the primer looks like. And it is a kind of beigey skin tone kind of color. And when you swatch it, it feels very creamy, and then it instantly turns into a powder. Okay, it feels really good, but there's no coverage to it. I don't believe it just is completely transparent as soon as you rub it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to my arm, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've applied the primer to my arm, and now I'm going to swatch these for you on my arm. I'm just going to do finger swatches for today. And these, I'm telling you, are super, super creamy. Make sure my eyes are out here so it's nice and focused. 1, 2, and 3. I mean, already you can tell. Something magical is happening here. And this is 4, 5, and 6. And this is 7, 8, and 9. There you go. Okay, from swatching these, honestly, I would tell you if I thought these were terrible. These are not terrible, okay? These do not seem like drugstore shadows to me. I will tell you that right now. They seem extremely creamy. The pigmentation and the shimmer in them remind me of high-end shadows. I own a lot of high-end shadows. Not super high-end, like I own one Kevin Aquan duo. I've tried Dior shadows. I don't care for them. But I have mostly like Sephora brand high-end, so like Too Faced, Urban Decay, you know, NARS, you know, those kinds of brands that they sell at Sephora. That's kind of my thing, okay? And I would compare these to those shadows, and I'm not exaggerating, okay? Especially like this one here and this one here. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, if you're wondering what's on my nails, these are scratch nail wraps. I have a video on these coming out very soon. They're supposed to be tiger print. They're a little crazy for me, but I'm trying to roll with it. All right, this one here is a brown with yellow sparkle. I have never seen anything like that in my life. It's very, very interesting. I'm really looking forward to playing with that one. This I'm curious about. This I think is probably the weakest color. That is this one here. That's the weakest for me. I'm curious to see how that's going to look as far as a brow bone highlight, inner corner highlight, something like that. It seems to be kind of the least pigmented, but it is so buttery. I mean, and the finger swatch, like right on my finger, looks fabulous. So I have a feeling that's going to be a great shade too. As far as mattes versus shimmers and sparkles, you are going to have let's see, 4 mattes in here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think it was really smart of them to do a light, a medium, and a dark, and then kind of an in-between over here. And then these are shimmers. They're not satins to me. To me, a satin is kind of a subdued shimmer. You've got glitter, which is the sparkliest, then a shimmer, and then a satin. And I would say these are shimmers, okay? So if you have crepey lids, these might accentuate any kind of fine lines or wrinkles that you have. This may not be for you. These two here are glitters. Okay, I'm curious to see how the fallout's going to be on those. I don't see any fallout initially. So let's go ahead and move on to the next palette, which is the Smokey Eye Palette. So I've reprimed my hand and my arm, and let's go ahead back into the Smokey Eye one. And this one is gorgeous as well. Let's go ahead and show you what do you care about the book? I don't know if you care about the book. We'll show it to you real quick, just to show you what the looks look like that are in here. Okay, I'll just show you the side with the eyeballs on it so you can kind of see what they're going for. And again, the shade names are here, and then the directions here for how to create those looks. Same deal on the inside. You get the shadow primer, you get the double-ended spongy, and then you get the same liner. And let's go ahead and swatch the 9 shades, 1, 2, and 3. Wait till you see these. Wait till you see these. Bam. 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 No joke. Bam. 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 Okay, so that is the entire palette all together, and again, extremely creamy. So what you're gonna have to do with this one is look at those shades and see whether they are calling to you or not. As far as the quality of these shadows, the only one that I feel some grit to it that I'm not happy with is this one down here. The swatch looks pretty nice, but I do feel some grit when I touch it, which makes me a little nervous that there's going to be some fallout or that the lasting power is not going to be good, or both. My favorite shadow is definitely this purple one here. It's got kind of a duochrome to it a little bit. It's almost got like 2 shades of purple, like a pinky purple and then like a lavender purple in there. I really like that one a lot. I'm also very impressed with this one as well. Just really, really like that shade a lot. This is going to be for people that are a little more adventurous with their eye looks, really going for some more wild kind of look. You got a lot of those whites in there, but you've also got these deeper shades that you can really blend out and come out with a really nice smoky look. I think this is extremely appropriately named. I think it's a very versatile palette. You only have 2 mattes here, this black and then this deep, like I don't know, it's almost like a denim blue, like a very deep blue, and then the rest are, well, I would say these here are more shimmer, and then these are more satin, and then this is more of a satin, but I do see some very finely milled glitters in here, but they're barely noticeable. So if this one speaks to you, I would definitely recommend this one as well. Let's go ahead and move on to the last one, which is the Sassy Eye Palette. So this is the way that this one looks inside. I'll show you the swatches and then we will discuss, okay? So 1, 2, and 3. And then the final ones. Okay. So there they all are, for your viewing pleasure. Okay, This one I feel like is going to be the hardest one to work with. I feel like this one, when I look at it, I'm trying to think about looks that I would create, and I don't see complete looks in this palette like I do with the other two. Not that it's a bad palette. I mean, if you're really good at finding color combinations, maybe you'll be better at it than I am, but I'm like having trouble finding, like I guess this would be the crease color. But it's like, I guess this might be a lid color, crease color, and then you can deepen it with one of these, or you can maybe use this as a lid color. I don't know. And the other thing is I feel like there needs to be like something between this black and these like medium kinds of colors. There's no like deeper brown or anything to kind of work with it, or even just a deeper purple. I don't know. I guess that one's a pretty deep purple. I don't know. I'm just not as attracted to this one as I am the other ones. This one's very interesting. This peach shade with the silver sparkle is very interesting. The other thing about this is there's only one matte shade, which is going to make it even more difficult to work with compared to the others. But there are some really interesting shades in here. And if you have a big collection, this may be one that you want, because you might have shades in here that you just don't have anywhere else, such as this black shade with yellow and green and orange glitters in it, and this peach shade with the silver glitters. Let me show you again with the swatches. I don't know if you can see the sparkles in there. These two are going to be really fun to play with. This one reminds me of something that we may have seen in the Naked 3 palette. These here are also very interesting. I'm not sure about this one, how that one's going to translate to the eye. But really, I mean, again, just extremely impressive. Twitter and on Instagram, people have been saying that these palettes are a lot like the Too Faced palettes. I have two Too Faced palettes here. I have the Natural at Night and I have the Matte Eye. And what I did was I swatched. We'll see if you can tell the difference. Two of these are from Hard Candy and two of them are Too Faced. Let's see if you can guess which one. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to decide. So check those out. Again, two of those are from Hard Candy and two of them are from Too Faced. This one is from the Hard Candy palette, and this is from the Too Faced Natural at Night palette. This one is called Nightlight. All right, over here, did you make your choice? This one is from the Hard Candy Natural palette, and this one is Chinchilla from the Too Faced Natural Eye palette. I mean, like, seriously, would you be able to tell? No, I know I can't tell. And even, honestly, I thought that the ones from the Hard Candy palette swatched better. That's my opinion. I can't make this stuff up. You can see it as well. So overall, I mean, have I said enough how much I love these palettes? I don't think so. So let me just say it one more time. I love these palettes. Buy the one that calls to you. That's my suggestion to you. They're $9. I got them at Walmart. I think they're exclusively only at Walmart. I think it's the only place you can buy Hard Candy. You might be able to buy it on a Hard Candy website. I don't know. But, dude. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. As I mentioned, I am going to be doing a review next of the Maybelline Blush Nudes palette. That's coming up later this week. And then later on in the week, I'll be doing the review of these two together, the La Palette Nude 1 and the La Palette Nude 2 from L'Oreal. And then in a couple of weeks, once I've had time to play with them all, we're going to do just a comparison of all of them together. We're going to look in my collection for dupes. We're going to do some photos of some looks that I did. We're gonna, compare them all together and just kind of go over all of them just as a lump after I've tried them all and give you an even more in-depth opinion of how these are performing. Again, I thank you so much for watching. Mad love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!